Taking stock 6 months down the line, the pandemic is still surging in some countries.
Almost 16 million cases have now been reported to WHO and more than 640,000 deaths. And the pandemic continues to accelerate. In the past 6 weeks, the total number of cases has roughly doubled. When I declared a public health emergency of international concern on the 30th of January, the highest level of alarm under international law, there were less than 100 cases outside of China and no deaths. As required under the international health regulations, I will reconvene the emergency committee later this week to re-evaluate the pandemic and advise me accordingly.
The organization says countries should adhere to the WHO guidelines to assist them manage the spread of the virus.
If the virus finds an opportunity, it will transmit between people, and these clusters of cases will emerge. The good news and the hope that we see is that in many of those countries, in many of these situations, countries are once again, applying this whole government approach and this really strong, aggressive actions in terms of finding these cases very quickly, isolating them, carrying out contact tracing so that we break the chains of transmission. And the quicker that countries can do that, the better the chance they have at turning these clusters of cases into community transmission again.
We have to be really agile, we have to be really responsive, and we have to jump on these flare-ups of cases very quickly. And I think both Australia and Japan, as you've mentioned them both specifically, deserve a lot of praise for the way in which they're trying to contain the disease at a subnational or at a community level. And that's what's essentially occurred in many countries, is that nightclubs, other situations, dormitories, other environments in which people are close together can act as amplification points for the disease, and then it can spread back into the community.
South Africa is one country that has experienced the surge, the epicenter of the pandemic in Africa, with over 445,000 cases. Sophie Mgwen, SABC News, Johannesburg.